Welcome to AlphaCars. My name is Dmitry, and today we're going to look at 1987 Humvee. We think it only had one owner, and it was 174th Brigade, and it spent its life with this military division. We acquired the vehicle a couple of years ago, and it did not look this nice. And in this video, we're going to show you what we have done with the vehicle. Just to sum it up so that you know what we're getting to, we spent close to $30,000 in restoration improvements and upgrades. I'm going to use this cheat sheet, which I rarely do, but we've done so much on this Humvee, I don't want to miss a thing. So, and of course, when we got the vehicle, as I said, it didn't look this nice. We've done tons of things. We actually have an album of images, and we're going to have a link in this video, and you can see how this vehicle looked when we got it. The beauty of this project is that it obviously comes from military surplus, and it's been in military service. It's been maintained very, very well. You can just tell. And obviously, cosmetically, it needs love and care, and we're ready for it. So we're going to show you pre-existing conditions of this vehicle before we get started with it. So let's take a first walk around the vehicle. As you probably know, Humvees and Hummer H1, the body is made from aluminum, so it doesn't rust. The frame, on the other hand, is made from metal, and it does often rust. This frame is in very good condition. It has some surface rust, but it's actually very, very solid. Let's take a peek at it. This is a good area that shows you the condition of the frame. As you can see, it was originally black, and the truck was originally green, and then it was painted in sand beige, Sahara color, military beige color. It was complete. It ran, and actually the drivetrain was in very well maintained, impressive condition, something you would expect from a U.S. military vehicle. But the condition, cosmetic condition, was such that it would be definitely due for something. And we decided to go full 9 yards, and we brought it to this condition. So originally, it was not a 4-door variant. It was a 2-door truck. And we still have the goodies to replace this door and have the insert and to remove that back seat. Right now it's a 4-seater, 4-door, but you can revert it to the truck variant. So what did we do with it? I'm going to list in no special order. I'm just going to list a number of things we've done. When the vehicle came in, we did a comprehensive inspection, and then we installed a new updated control module for the glow plugs. This is not the first Humvee, and we know those need to be updated, so we installed the new control modules and the new glow plugs. We also installed a whole new engine harness, something that, again, we learned from the past, so we got all that. We installed a rebuilt starter motor, a new ignition switch, I mentioned new glow plugs, and we installed the new dual batteries and the proper hold down. It was missing. As far as the drivetrain, we installed new brake pads, new rotors, overhauled the parking brake. The fuel filler neck was weak, so we actually got a new one and did a full overhaul of the fuel inlet system with the new fuel filler neck. The hood supports and the hood downs, those are new. And now as we go, I guess, from the hood up, we installed new windshields. They're brand new, and when you're inside, it looks like you have no glass, but yes, we do have the glass and it's brand new. We also installed new seals, of course, when we installed the windshield. And then we bought and installed a full conversion kit. And this is not an aftermarket one. It's actually the original kit that is produced by the company that made them for years for Humvee. So we were lucky and we were able to buy a brand new one. This is not a reproduction. This is not something else. It's actually a brand new one. It was in the box. It was actually in the crate. So that came with all new brackets, and it was all installed. What else? We took out the old seats. They were kind of beat up throughout the years. So we actually bought and installed new seats, brand new, with new frames. And we installed new seats in the back. That's brand new. We're going to show it to you. And then we went through cosmetic things, and we did full engine compartment, hand detail, refinish as needed, tidy things up. We did the same thing with interior, where everything was cleaned, any loose paint was stripped down, everything was refinished. When we did that, we also installed new decals, and they're not cheap plastic things. These are actually aluminum ones that we properly riveted, so it's done correctly. We also updated the instrument cluster with LED lighting, and we used a soft light, so it's not white. It actually looks natural, like incandescent light, but it's actually LED. And then we got into the exterior. We did a pretty thorough preparation, paint strip down, straightening where it needed to be done, and we've done this very durable finish. This is professionally done. We also refinished the rims, as you can see, and we did that. So we removed the lug nuts, and the rims were done. And then this is a big deal. It's not something we see from here, but we're gonna get the camera under, and we actually stripped down the underbody from any loose material, and we were very lucky. There was no rust, there was no damage, so we pretty much stripped down anything that was loose, and we did the any surface, light surface rust, we did a full treatment, chemical treatment, and then we applied wax oil, rust preventive treatment. It's called, it's actually called wax oil, and it's black, but it always stays tacky. It doesn't dry hard. So, and it always stays penetrant. So total, we have close to $30,000. In fact, to be exact, $29,550 in replacement costs of the items that I mentioned. And there are a bunch of other stuff I actually see we didn't mention, like these light housings. This is all new. All the guts of the lights, they're new. You can see LED lights here that are new. We didn't do anything crazy as far as add-on, aftermarket add-ons, but we did use these lights that just put a lot of light on the road. We feel it's safety. We've done a number of Humvees where after we sold them, the new owners had us do some pretty amazing builds on top. So if you end up getting this one, you can do it yourself. You can have us do it, or you can have it purely original, which is also great. Let's now look at the engine compartment, and just pay attention to the detail. There are really no loose ends, literally no loose ends of any harness issues or anything like that. Here's the engine bay, and just look at the electrical harness. It's all brand new. A lot of components, not only the harness, but a lot of components, electrical components, are brand new. So we're going to start from the very front of the vehicle on the underbody. And you can see the front cross member, control arm, front suspension, the famous off-center knuckles. And the reason that I say famous, because you can see the drive shaft and it doesn't come into the center, it comes to the top, and there are planetary gears inside. So brand new brakes, brand new rotors. Here's the driver's side, and then we are transitioning to the rear of the vehicle, towards the rear of the vehicle. So you can see the oil pan. There are absolutely no leaks. can see the floorboards, frame rails in excellent condition. So let's take a look at the sides. Here's a view from the passenger side. Again, excellent condition. Here's the driver's side. Towards rear axle. And here's the back of the vehicle. Brakes here in excellent condition. All the suspensions are nice and tight. And we'll take a peek at the fenders. So we're going to do like the low section walk around. You're going to see maybe a little bit of yellowish fluid. That's the product we spray in enclosed areas to protect from any type of rusting from the inside. That was done on all the frame rails and pretty much anything that had an enclosed area. As you can see, all the lower sections are nice and straight. Yeah, this vehicle, when we got it, it was actually pretty straight all around. So we were very happy with it. Yeah, it's been really thoroughly done. As you can see, all new lights, LED conversions in the back. Here's the bed. Which is in very good condition. Certainly not beat up. And we'll get inside and show you some of the interior features. Yeah, we pretty much restored it to an absolute original condition. There are no aftermarket things here. This is all original AM General seats. All seats are new. All seat covers are original AM General. The steering wheel, it's all AM General, and it all works. The only thing we updated was this ignition lock, because at least now it has a lock. Before it was a button. Everything else works the same way. Here's a little one more walk around, because we have a bit more shade here, and we can show you the Humvee in a different lighting conditions, which does look very nice. And Humvee is the perfect automobile to make the G-Wagon look small. When I was parking it right next to it, it almost feels like the width of the Humvee is going to be similar to the length of the G-Wagon. So, but anyway, gorgeous vehicle in absolutely impeccable condition, and it will impress anyone. You don't have to be a car motor enthusiast. And of course, there are a couple of blemishes. One of them I'm going to show you right above the AM General. There's a one dented area just above the letter E next to G right there, and that's probably the worst of it. Other than that, it really is nice and straight. If you look at the body panels on both sides, even the rocker panels down the low. So we're ready for our test drive of the 1987 Humvee. It is in a very enjoyable environment because we've done all this amount of work that we just told you about, and it's just a great vehicle to be in. It almost feels like you are back in 1987. And we're gonna close the door, and by the way, you don't need to slam it. You can gently bring it in, and you do need to manually operate the handle to latch your door. So now we are in neutral, and we turn the ignition on, and we're gonna start the engine, and there will be some noise. Let's get ready. I'm gonna speak a little bit louder. I'm sure you're gonna hear me. We have the parking brake. We're going to release that. And by the way, if you're just somehow jumping in the middle of the video, my name is Dmitry. I am going with Ian. We're going on the road test of the 1987 Humvee. And I just put it in drive. And if you've never been operating a Humvee, the very first thing you're gonna get surprised is not by the size of it, not by the distance, but actually by how easy it is to operate the steering wheel. You can do it literally with one finger. This is something you just don't expect from the machine this size. So I want to set your expectations. It's not going to go very fast. It's going to go substantial, and it's going to sound awesome. So it's a 3-speed transmission, and it shifts beautiful. And it makes a lot of noise because literally when I put my hand, I am probably 4 inches away from the massive GM diesel engine. But it is a very enjoyable vehicle to drive. It is immensely capable. It can literally go up the vertical wall, and by no means I'm suggesting you should do that, but I have seen on the YouTube, of course, they go up on the vertical wall, which is unreal, but it looks like it is possible. Reasonable comfort level. It's a bumpy road, and it takes the bumps nicely. And it has awesome brakes. Just like the steering, the brakes have phenomenal performance. And it feels like we're going actually very fast. I had to check the speedometer because it's a 30 mile per hour speed limit, and we were doing 28. So you don't have to go fast to feel that you're going, actually, it feels like we're doing 60, 70 miles an hour. So it can get very excited without breaking the speed limit. And believe me, if you have a nice off-road environment, this is a blast. This is absolute blast. So we're gonna do just a moderate, normal kind of acceleration, and we're gonna show you how it shifts. It shifts beautiful, nice and smooth. So we are in neutral. We're gonna put it in drive. And as you can see, there's really no jerk. It's just nicely engaged. You can barely feel it. I'm also going to show you putting it in reverse. So we're back to neutral. Now I'm going to put it in reverse. And the same thing, the drivetrain is nice and tight. There's nothing loose there. So I'm going to put it back in neutral. Drive. Second. Third. So it was barely noticeable, but there was a very smooth shift. So we're in third gear, plenty of torque. It's a 3-speed transmission, and it feels awesome. And by the way, I think I commented on the performance of brakes. We have brand new brakes in the front, and we have excellent condition brakes in the rear. They must have been recently done. And when I'm braking, which I'm doing right now, and it doesn't pull to either side. It's just nice and smooth. And when you step on that brake pedal, you don't expect it to slow down at the rate that it does. The brakes are absolutely phenomenal. And it is a wide vehicle, so on the tight roads, you definitely need to keep an eye on where you are in the relation to the center of the road, especially if there's an oncoming traffic. So we're going to do a little bit of more driving. We're actually going to have some fun with it. Nothing crazy, just on the road, a little bit of simple off-roading. We're going to enjoy this. We hope you enjoyed this video. We hope it was informative. If you have been looking for one of these, this is an amazing opportunity, because you know how much it takes to buy one that needs all this work. We've done all the work, so you can have a turnkey vehicle in just amazing condition to begin with, and then thoroughly enhanced by these value-added improvements that we've done, close to $30,000 worth of value-added improvements. So check out our website, alphacars.com. See if this vehicle is still available. If it is, and you've been looking for one of them, this might be a good opportunity for you. So check it out. In the meantime, thank you for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. Consider sharing, subscribing. Let us know which videos you like the best by simply clicking that like button. My name is Dmitry, and until next time.